The word or is ambiguous. So if you hear someone using the word or, it might be unclear to you what exactly they mean, and it's because it's the word itself. The word or links together at least two different alternatives. An alternative is an available possibility. So if I said, you can have cookies or brownies, one alternative possibility, one thing that could happen is that you choose brownies and now you're eating brownies. Another possible outcome is that you choose cookies and now you're eating cookies. But what's unclear is there a possibility for you to eat both brownies and cookies? And from the sentence that you can eat brownies or cookies, it's unclear whether you're allowed to have both. So let's look at this disjunctive sentence. A disjunctive sentence is one which is expressing at least one or more alternative possibility. In this sentence, we have two disjuncts. One disjunct is that you can have brownies. The other disjunct is that you can have cookies. You put them together with the disjunctive, and you're saying that you can have brownies or cookies. So what you're really saying when you say you can have brownies or cookies is that you can have brownies and you can have cookies. What's unclear is if you can have both brownies and cookies at the same time. So let's take this two-part sentence and let's break it down. Let's let the first sentence, that you can have brownies, be represented by the letter B. And let's let the proposition that you can have cookies be represented with the letter C. And when you do that, this is what you end up with in logical terms. You get B, wedge, C. That wedge is a symbol, and it symbolizes the word or. The word or is symbolized with a lowercase v, probably because it's Latin, which represents the word vel. So this is what we're saying when we say that you can have brownies or cookies, and this is ambiguous. In logic, this is not ambiguous. In logic, we assume that every use of that wedge, that's what it's called, every time that there is an or, it's the inclusive or. We're saying that you can have one disjunct or the other disjunct or both of the disjuncts at the same time. So if this was a logic class and this was given to you, B, wedge, C, this reads, you can have brownies, or you can have cookies, or you can have both brownies and cookies. Oftentimes, out there in the real world, when we see that you can have brownies or cookies, it's the exclusive or. So many people use the word or to mean exclusive or. That means that this would be saying you can have brownies, you can have cookies, you can't have both brownies and cookies. So we might wonder, how could we use logic to be more clear in our meanings? So not to freak you out, you have that B or C represented, and this is how to say without any ambiguity that somebody can have the exclusive or. This wedge represents or. The dot represents and. There's many different ways to represent and. The dot is just one of them. And the tilde, which is a squiggly line on its side, represents not. So here's what the sentence says. You can have brownies, or you can have cookies, and it is not true that you can have brownies and cookies. So this longer sentence says you can have brownies or cookies and not both. That would be the exclusive or.